Alright, so we are back for another Satisfactory episode. This one is the Big 20, I'm pretty sure. So I guess we could celebrate, but first of all, we're actually starting an episode at the base for once, for the first time in a long time. Out of curiosity, 427 days since last incident. It's actually starting to get pretty high up there. So, anyways, the first thing, which is kind of unrelated unless we manage to somehow get like 300 tickets from this. Basically, this was meant to be a video where I finally finished collecting everything. So all the discs, all the statues and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think we have enough tickets yet, so that might be the next episode. And if it does end up being the next episode, I have a plan for today, which I'll get into in a bit, but let's hook this up. First things first. Yeah, like this is not gonna get 300 coupons. And this is not cheap stuff either. I mean, I guess it kind of is, because now it's doing fused modular frames. But, like, 1.7 billion points per minute? That is insane. Because that's not even using nuclear warp. No, ballistic warp drives, right? Did I get them right for once? Yes, that's without ballistic warp drives. That was pure turbo motor and neural processor, whatever the heck, power. And I've been holding it. 800 mil, 1.8 billion, and 1 billion. I mean, it's still only 78 coupons. But that is insane. Let's see, let's go check, because I am actually really curious how many I need. Well, I need to buy all these tapes, but that's easy. 200, 300, 350, 500, 550, 575, 76, 7, 8, 9. Then that gets you to 580. And I guess I should get a factory guard, so 490. And then I think everything else is cleared already, so... Well, yeah, 500 coupons more is wild. Anyway, back to the actual plan. There's something I've still yet to use in the game. And that thing, if I can even find it, would be the drones. I know how they work. And they're a lot like trucks, which is also another thing I have not personally used ever in a single piece of my automation. For one reason, or I guess two, although the drones eliminate one. For trucks, it is fuel and reliability. A train can't derail unless you make it derail. A truck will go wherever the hell it wants. The second is the fuel, which is also a present issue with drone ports. They suffer from the same problem. They need fuel, and on top of fuel, they also need power. So they're two L's in one. However, I noticed, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you can use plutonium fuel rods in these. And I conveniently have a bunch of plutonium fuel rods that I'm not necessarily sure I want to actually burn into fixonium, because I don't think I have the resources on the world to actually burn it after I do all the tier 9 stuff I want to do. So I'm contemplating, my kind of plan is I want to do a kind of drone hub with the empty space left over at the desert nuclear plant, and train it back along that end of the railway because it has like no traffic. I mean, there's a train that goes there and one that goes there. Compared to over there, there's like 8 trains already. And just do like a train station like here. There's like a nice little slot, and then just belt all the resources somewhere along there into the big base, because trying to have them climb up 3 floors in the actual main base would be kind of painful. So I would add something more to this side of the map, because this side of the map has stuff everywhere. I mean, it has turbo fuel over there, it has a tree in the giant middle, like everything on this end of the map. There's always something going on. There's the bridge down there, there's stuff going on, but on this end of the map, it's all just foundations that are left and, well, nothing. There's no buildings, there's no infrastructure other than the railway. It's just empty. So I think it would be a perfect addition to kind of add some spice into the area. And also, I don't have nodes that I specifically need to target out for the drones. So, I don't even really know what I'm going to be carrying with them. But I do kind of want to use them because I never have, and unlike trucks, they will actually be reliable. It's just I need to supply them with food, with fuel, so I'm not too happy about it. Can the train even, does it know how to get there? Okay, cool. I actually did do a lot of the railways, because like I've said, at the end of the last episode, I ran out of time to do the episode, and I did end up fixing a lot of issues. The only one I didn't fix is this splitter going straight through the railway, because I forgot about it. But I finished the railway. It's not completely finished. There's still a little segment that has no train signals, and I think it's missing like a couple railway pieces, and it's missing a lot of decoration. But the core functionality of the railway system is basically finished, unless I want to expand it. So yeah, let's get to that desert, and I'll give you an update there. Alright, so we are coming in on some of the new infrastructure you can see here. This is what I meant, but there's a lot of detailing that still needs to be done. The core functionality is here, I just need to kind of figure out all the details. But you can kind of see what I mean. We have a lot of empty space here, and on top of that, but that's if I decide to do Pixonium. If not, then I guess there's just going to be a big concrete box there for the rest of the time. So the drones are going to be along there. I have the train just going through this neat little tunnel, just to have it be able to loop around in a bit of a shorter distance. That way it can hold its increased speed from the downhill, because as you can see we're going over 150 compared to the regular 120. And then this is just going to be a bunch of train stations, I don't know, like 8 of them, 6 of them, and I don't know, however many I can fit, I guess, of them. Like, can a drone handle, a single drone handle 1,200 per minute? I don't know. I can't tell if this is going to work or not, but basically I've got 4 belts, and an issue I've run into is the ports only have 1 output and 1 input instead of 2 outputs and 2 inputs. This is a problem because of something I explained in the last episode, so if you care, go watch it, because I'm not explaining it again because it's really annoying to explain. But basically this is going to cause stopping in the flow, and I'm not sure it's going to work, so we'll probably have to do a bit of a test, because the thing that makes them not worth it is the fact that they need batteries, and batteries are not at all worth it to produce. That is the only use case batteries have, is drones, and batteries are terrible to make. They're less efficient, they carry less, and they need fuel, on top of needing as much power as a train. But I guess they're cool, so I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, okay, I can in fact put a drone. But these need portable miners? Why? That's so annoying. Alright, I guess it's time to make 500,000 portable miners. That's probably enough portable miners. I don't know how many that is, but hopefully we can make enough drones to last. There you go. Now I'm gonna have to figure out fuel. Although I don't want to do it just yet, because it's then going to become very radioactive, because plutonium fuel rods are very radioactive. Time for things to get very spicy, to say the least. Also, this is full, which is insane. And I guess that's a sign that it's probably time to get out the awesome sink. So each one of these pure nodes is 4 drones. And that's in theory. I mean, it might even be more, if anything. Right? Because this train, each one of these stations can't really easily carry more than that, I don't think. If we're being honest, at 1200 per minute across, I mean, an entire length of the map, realistically, is what? It's going to have to go up here, down to probably here. We're going to need to have a coal one, so we're going to have to do these. But I won't need bauxite for the aluminum that's going to be required for tier 9, because I know something needs outside aluminum sheets. I don't know what it is. I want to say it is the oscillators, the superposition oscillators. I'm taking a guess. Yes, it is in fact those. So we need aluminum. I think I got it to work. Status no drone, no destination set. There they are. I don't know what I did, but it worked. So I went in here and I just sent all of them to this port. Now obviously they're going to circle around. I know writing them is a terrible idea, but these guys take their sweet time to take on. Yeah, no, that was not great. Although it does give one a hell of a speed boost. Jesus. Well, hey, gets the job done. I am now the drone. Screw you. I am infinitely faster than you. It's over there. It's coming. It's literally here before the other drones are even loaded. I might need to have 2 inputs. Because the flight time is short, but the, like... Also, 0.01 per minute is insane efficiency. Oh hey, did we get anything yet? Yeah, we got bauxite. Yeah, one port is managing about 720. They keep inputting and outputting while they're actively, you know, loading and unloading. That makes a lot of sense. That explains a lot more. What I desperately need to do is restock on ionized fuel. Rocket fuel does not burn long enough. It's just like just barely too short for the average distances that I'm jetpacking, which is kind of annoying. Like, it's going to get me almost there, but I'm going to have to land on the way. It's going to get me to a decent distance, but it doesn't ever get me like where I need to go. It always ends me short on rocket fuel. You know what? I think this is gonna end up being pretty cool if I can manage to pull it off. Obviously, I'm not going to keep making more of these because I don't have resources to put in them, so I'm just not going to put any at all. Alright, so I have put down all of the stations, or at least all of the ones I could fit. I was initially hoping for 8, but there's only room for 6, turns out, at least with this kind of a rail layout. Which I guess isn't a huge deal. I mean, we're probably not going to need this many resources. I just want a lot of trains traveling around. Although I'm going to have to train signal a lot of this track. So yeah, I guess time to start making our way back. Although we're going to probably have to stop halfway-ish. I think we've got ourselves mission successful. The train's leaving properly. So, yep, I've basically laid out the station, and this is where it's gonna end up. With the very annoying cats, they're very obnoxious. This is where it's going to be. All 6 different stations. I still forgot to get an ionized fuel restock, and you know what, I think I'm gonna go do it literally right now. Before I decorate this thing, that's what I'm gonna go do. But yeah, we've got in, out, bunch of train signals. There's still a few more that need to be placed, but there's only one train right now, so like, no point in rushing. It'll work on its own. And then we've also got a bunch of bauxite that has come in because it just finished its first delivery successfully. I need to belt all the rest of this. However, the belts are just going to go along here and then go into the base. This is basically just like almost just an extension to the base. Similar to the one over there. It's almost just a like extension to the base. Even the moth's enjoying the new build. It's like, this is like the perfect height to actually do this at, because the moth goes in between both of these floors. It goes in between floor 2 and 3, so it's basically perfect. Yeah, it comes right through, kind of mingles through the particle accelerators, just out of the way, and he's just kind of just at the perfect height. He clips through the particle accelerators there, and that's it. He just goes straight through, no problems. No interference. Just perfect height. He goes back down a bit, but this is actually taken forever to do. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. It's been probably like 6-7 hours just since I've showcased the platform. Not since starting the video, just since showcasing this station platform. I've done belting, I've done platforming to connect it all the way over here. I've done billboards, I've done pillars. I went to get ionized fuel, obviously. I set off all 6 of the trains, so they are roaming around. Even if they're not carrying anything, they're driving around and already pre-set up, so they're not gonna have to be set up when that time comes around. They're just all gonna be ready to go. I had to do the train signaling on all of the new rail infrastructure. That alone took like 2 hours. It was a pain, and it's not even done still. There's still a tiny bit that needs to be done. It's very tedious work, and it's been taking an incredibly long amount of time. Might end up having to do an episode where, with all the duplicated nurses spheres, we double up all the dimensional depots. That way we never have depot problems again. The game's starting to lag quite a bit too, which is to be expected. I mean, the resource usage is getting high up there. Earlier I had like 27 gigs of RAM usage. I only have 32, so like that's getting up there pretty good. Well, I think that's probably gonna be it for this video. I am going to finish up all of these infrastructure changes on my own time, because they are taking a lot longer than expected, so I'm just going to work at them during dry spots in gameplay, and that'll be that, because this is painfully boring and tedious, and we could be doing much better things. So, I'll do all of this belt moving, finishing, and resource gathering, because I'm basically out of resources. I've basically drained the entire storage containers. So, yeah. I'll just finish this on my own time. It doesn't really matter. Point is, we got the trains working, we got the belts, at least there. I don't really know what I'm going to do once they're in the base, so there's no point in rushing that. And we don't even know what resources we need. So, yeah, next up's probably going to be cleaning everything in Tier 9 that doesn't work. Just straight up erasing it from existence. And then figuring out where we want to go from there. So yeah, that's probably going to be the next episode. Although that's obviously not going to happen for a bit of a while, so stay tuned. It's probably not going to be very soon, but I can tell you one thing, it's probably going to come out on a Saturday. That's that.